Victims have told us that waiting for a CPS decision can be very stressful, very nerve-wracking and anxious because they don't necessarily know how long they might be waiting for, and they also could worry that this could impact the decision overall. Victims have told us that when there is a lack of update or communication, that it can be really frustrating but also upsetting. They're not sure why there's no communication, but also it can often be that it's been lost between different professionals within the system, leaving them confused, and also that they don't really have much faith in that something's going to be done or they're going to get a decision. They also suppose it makes them feel that the outcome of the CPS decision could be impacted because of that lack of communication, and possibly a reason as to why that is the decision. So I think one key thing that we can do as professionals to help victims who've experienced this is to offer emotional support, obviously make them aware of why this might be the reason that this has happened, the steps within the system, so they're aware of why there are delays and what's happening, and it's nothing that they've done. And also just offer them support so that they can express how they're feeling, and then we can try and help with that. Depending on the charging decision made by the CPS, victims can have many different reactions to the decision. If the CPS have decided that there will be no further action taken and the case will be dropped, this can have a devastating impact on a victim. They can feel disappointed, frustrated, angry, unempowered, and let down by the system. Some victims can feel that the criminal justice process is not there to represent them or their needs. If the CPS have made a charging decision, this action can trigger lots of conflicting emotions. Some can feel happy, believed, and empowered. They can feel that there is some closure and that an element of justice has been served. Others can feel anxious and fearful as they have never been through the criminal justice process and don't know what to expect. I think one key thing professionals can do to support victims through a charging decision is communication, making them aware of the processes within the system, why that's happened, and also explaining to them if there has been an outcome that hasn't been what we've wanted or they've wanted, then explaining to them that the reason behind the outcome, but also that it's nothing that they've done, it's not their fault, it's just the outcome that has been decided. It is important to support victims through this process by validating their feelings and giving them the space to share their emotions. It is also useful to ensure they have an explanation of the requirements the CPS need to meet to be able to charge suspects. It is also useful to make them aware of the victim's right to review should they wish to challenge a charging decision. Providing victims with someone to talk to about any anxieties and providing them with information about what to expect will help them through this stage of the process and build their confidence.